Hi, my name is Jamel Grant. I am the host for today's Can We Talk series, where we have this distinguished panel of youth to be able to talk about different viewpoints and their perspective on things. And I am so excited to be a part of it. We have Miss Kamoya, all right, and we have Mr. Micah. I want to welcome you guys. Thank you for being here today.
Hi.
All right, all right. So we're just going to start off a little bit. Just tell us a little bit about yourselves, how old you are, and what grade you're in, and just what's some of your interests and hobbies that you like to do. We'll start with you.
My name is Kamoya. I'm 13 years old. I'm going to the 8th grade this year. I'm an only child, and I like to draw.
That's awesome. Okay.
Uh, my name is Micah. I'm 11. I'm going to sixth grade, and I like to water the yard with my granddad. I like to water the yard at my house, and I love to see the yard nice and green, and it's fun to play in it and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. That's what's up, man. Getting into the garden early. Okay, all right, that's good. It's keep your yard clean. That's awesome. Okay, so different role models. Who's a role model in your life and why?
Um, my aunt, cause she'll have to get me straight sometimes whenever I'm like, um, if if I fall off track or somewhere, she'll like encourage me
Okay.
to do better.
Okay, so your aunt. Okay, that's awesome. All right, what about you?
My mom, cause she's always been there for me.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good. I like to ask that question so people can understand that this you guys have a strong foundation because that's the main thing. Especially in the world that we live in now, you got to have a strong foundation. Okay, so what's some of the things? What's some of the subjects that you guys like in school? Different subjects, whether it be math or just kind of what's some of your favorite subjects and why? Why do you like those subjects?
Math. I like math cause it it kind of gives you like a different view on different like numbers and stuff, and it challenges you and it makes you think.
Okay, I like that. Challenges you and makes you think. Mr. White.
Math, cause I just like numbers and shapes. Uh, and angles.
Okay.
So
That's cool. That's cool. All right. What about teachers? Do you guys have any favorite teachers at school, or well, I mean, with everything, pre COVID or whatnot, was there any teachers that you really interacted with? You don't have to say their names, but was there a couple of teachers that you really
My
connected
art
with?
teacher,
Hmm.
and I don't know what teacher she was, but I think she worked in the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Mr. Mike?
my home teacher,
Okay.
she was really nice. Um, she never gave, she was never upset. A lot of times she was calm, and everybody likes her. And then my fourth grade teacher, uh, she wasn't really a teacher, but I mean she wasn't really my teacher,
Hmm.
but she was in fourth grade teacher. Uh, she was nice also.
Okay. That's awesome. I think that's cool. And I look back over in my life as well, different teachers and mentors and people that was there for me. And so when you think about these people and how they've played a part in your life, uh, has there ever been a case in school where maybe you felt unprotected or felt unsafe and maybe you had to go to these
Mhm.
people?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a case for you guys concerning that?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little more about that?
There was this one time where there was a situation where somebody threatened me,
Hmm.
and I talked to um, one of the teachers about it, and she talked to the assistant principal
Hmm.
and got help.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Michael.
Uh, I it was there's not like a lot of cases of that like bullying.
Hmm.
I went to my teachers. They tried to sort things out and it worked, I guess. So
Okay. And so, as far as school resources like the sheriff's office and stuff, do you feel like their presence, and again, I know all this was pre COVID before we had Zoom and everything, but do you guys feel like their presence played a part in school in some way, shape, or form, especially when a lot of the bullying and stuff was going on?
Mm, not really,
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't as present in my school.
Okay.
So not
All
really.
right. What about you, Mr. Michael?
It was not. I mean, no, not really, cause they were there, but they weren't there much. But they just kind of they just like stood in the hall sometimes.
So they just kind of established their presence, like, oh, okay, just want y'all to know that we're here.
Mm.
Okay. If there was ever a situation at school where, again, like you said, you didn't feel safe, or was a situation where you were threatened, do you feel as though you could have went to one of these officers and talked to them? Do you think there's a trust there?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, you guys say, yeah, let's kind of talk about some of the events that's going on in the world. How does that transpire into policing and different things outside of school? Where so in school, like you said, you were able to go to, the human resource officer or whatnot and talk to him. Do you think outside of school you will be able to enclose that trust into a police officer as well with everything that's been going on in the world?
I feel like it depends on the
It
situation.
depends on the situation. What about you, Mr. Michael?
Uh, it it depends. Yeah, it
It
depends.
just depends.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know a lot of times that we spoke about social media and the pros and cons and stuff, but I just want to dive right into events again because I know you guys are exposed to a lot, and I think parents don't really understand how much you guys are exposed to. And so this is why we have these panels so you guys can kind of get that, give your viewpoint for things. So I want to get you guys a viewpoint on the racial climate, things that's going on in the world today, and especially with police officers and whatnot. And again, we're not disrespecting anybody, but we just want you guys to be able to speak from your experience so that we can have an understanding of what you guys feel and what you see. When you see all that stuff on the news or social media, like how does it make you feel?
Uh, I don't like it at all.
Mhm.
Because I feel like the way the world is now, when you said like we're more exposed to stuff, it's like it's kind of sad to see that there's racism still in the world even after all the marches and the protests and stuff, and it's still worse.
Well, got you. Okay. Mr. Micah, same question to you. How's the racial climate of this world, how does that make you feel when you see it?
It makes me feel terrible because it no one should be judged by the color of their skin. Uh, the officer, there's a bunch of crooked officers who want to kill blacks, and it's not right. And then there's people in the protests who are not protesting for the right thing. They're going out and doing stuff that we're not supposed to do. We're just trying to get things right.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a very good answer from both of you. Do you think, from your views, can there be change when it comes to these things in the world eventually? Do you guys see that happening?
Yes, I feel like once people begin, like if we just keep fighting and people begin to see like that racism is not a good thing, that they'll start to become more, we'll start to become more united as a country, and everybody will be treated equal. That's what I hope.
I think a lot of it will change. I think racism will never end, cause there's always gonna be hate in the world, and but it should go down a lot. People will realize it's not a good thing to do.
That's awesome. That's really good answers. Really good answers. And so I just kind of want to keep it going, and then we'll get into our suggestion box. So if you were put into a position of power, so to speak, if let's say, for instance, you got a chance to be the president for a day, something like that. You know what I mean? They said, okay, we want you guys to handle this, handle that. If you were in that position, what would you do to bring about some of that change that you talked about?
I would try to get all the bad cops out. Guns for officials, government officials only. Um, no, there should be you have to go to prison for hate crimes. I mean, like you already do, but you have to have a talk with the president to
Okay.
end it. Yeah.
Okay.
Arrest all the KKK members.
Okay.
Yeah, white supremacy groups.
That's-
At least try to. Uh, I would. What else I would do? I would end. I would try to end terrorists, like
Okay.
terrorists from coming in.
Okay. That's good.
I would try to limit. I try to limit how much candy there is because it's unhealthy.
I got you. Okay.
Increase produce.
Okay, so bring it. I got you. Man, that's what's. We gonna have to have a conversation off camera. That's awesome.
Um,
I have some.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Excuse me, Michael. She. Mm-hmm.
I think I would limit the amount of guns that police officers can have, because when they go and like pull someone over, sometimes they don't even give them a chance to like explain themselves. So I feel like I would let everybody have trial, like if they have to go to court, so that they can get a chance. But because sometimes when people are accused of something, they don't get a fair trial, and the cops, sometimes the cops are wrong and people don't see that. And I also think that when that situation happened with like the George Floyd thing, I would put like cameras like on the
Like a body cam. Like, okay. That's
so
good.
that it can be more evident instead of just by what one person said.
Awesome, man. That's really good. You guys both gave some really great answers as far as things. That's awesome. So we're gonna go to our Can We Talk suggestion box. We're gonna shake it up a little bit. You guys gonna pull a card out, read the question off of it, and answer it. We'll let my man, Mr. Michael, start it off first.
COVID vaccine. Do you think it's safe? Why or why not? Would you continue to practice P- P- PPE, personal protective equipment, social distancing, etc.? I do think it's safe because they tested it. It is 95% effective, so it's not 100%. It won't like get away, but it'll have people more immune to it. Also, I would continue to I would continue to practice social distancing until the thing is over, and PPE. I'll continue to do that, so no one will get sick or I will get sick.
Okay.
Oh.
That's awesome. Great, great. All right, so you keep that and pass it to Mr. Boy here. All right. Let's, you got to give it a shake. Got to give it a shake. All right.
If you were president of the United States, what would be the number one thing you would address in the country and why? Racism
Okay.
and immigrant rights.
Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, you can pass the box back to my man, Mr. Micah. We're going to just ask a couple more things. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of the panel today. You've both given really awesome answers, answered every question beautifully. And so we're just going to end it off with, okay, any last words? If you wanted to, if you had a chance to look into the camera or look at me and say something, what would be your last words type thing? Just kind of end it with a positive note. You can start.
Thank you for letting me be a part of the rap program and giving me this opportunity to show the world different perspectives from not only the older people but younger people too.
Awesome. Mr. Michael?
I want to say thanks to letting us voice our opinions on stuff, so we could bring a positive impact on things, and yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Now, I had the privilege to be able to be up here with you guys, and it's always awesome to be able to learn from the younger generation. I think we're gonna be all right, you guys. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Peace.
Bye.
Please be sure to like, subscribe and share this video. It helps us reach more people who could use our help.